This is groovy, man. This is where I should be. Yeah. It's just so good to get away from it all. Remind myself what makes me the most happy. The beach. The beach makes me happy. The waves are so soothing, and the ocean breeze is so nice, so good. Plus, I'm really close to the octopuses. I love octopi so much. I'm not completely sure why, though. I'm not Dr. Octopus. I'm Dr. Malus, man.
Oh, good. The process is taking its course. You are in high spirits now.
Who the hell are you, man?
Oh, the session is working. You have no idea who I am.
Why should I know, man?
You are my patient.
I'm no one's patient. I'm the one who gets patients, man. I'm a doctor, man.
So am I. Dr. Maynard Tiboldt at your service.
I didn't ask for no service.
Oh, silly Dr. Malus. Don't you understand that even doctors have their own doctors? And besides, I am a special kind of doctor. A therapist.
I've got all the therapy I need right here, man. And what problems do you think I have? Huh? You think you can read me like a book that easily, man?
Well, you see, the reason why you require therapy is because you are still trying to get over the loss of your beloved wife.
Oh, don't bring her up, man. I was trying to get over her, man.
Oh, it's not that easy. You need to face the fact that Elisa Jones is dead, and she is never coming back.
Oh, come on, man. It's the MCU. Surely that means there's a chance, man.
Oh, you warned me that you would be this stubborn.
What are you talking about, man? I've never met you in my life, man.
You came to me begging that you would be hypnotized into forgetting everything. So I tried to erase all of your memories. All of the really bad ones, anyway, because it would be stupid to erase everything. I mean, you still need to know how to go to the bathroom and masturbate.
You hypnotized me into forgetting all of my problems?
That's what I do. I'm not just any type of therapist. I'm a hypnotherapist. I hypnotize people into thinking their lives are great, even though they are not.
Well, you did a really shit job on me, man, because I still remember my wife dying, man.
That's because there must be some kind of mental block keeping you from forgetting about her, no matter how much my hypnotism tries to make its way into your brain.
Now that I'm thinking about it, how the hell did I get to this beach, man? You must have put me here, man.
Yes, it was to make the process of hypnotism more enjoyable for you.
Oh, man, I wanted to come here on my own accord, not just because some lowlife forced me to, man.
Well, it looks like I have failed at making you forget about Elisa Jones, so I'm going to have to make you dislike Elisa Jones.
What? I'm gonna hate her? Well, guess what, man? That's gonna be impossible, because my heart beats for her every single day. You'll never get rid of my burning passion for Elisa Jones, man.
That means I have to bring on the big guns.
What? You gonna use a dangling watch on me and make me look at it as it sways back and forth, man?
Oh, you watch too many cartoons. That's not how hypnotists hypnotize. Why, they use this, of course.
What the hell is that, man?
This is my special hypnotism hat. I use it for the special cases, and you are the most special out of all of the specials.
You know, now that you got that hat on, you look really familiar, man.
What? Does the top hat make me resemble a particular type of person? Like an Abraham Lincoln, or a fancy dandy man, or a lesbian, or the Ringmaster?
Yeah, you look like the Ringmaster from Earth 616.
Well, I should, because that is exactly who I am. I am the Ringmaster.
Then what the hell are you doing as a therapist? Aren't you supposed to be the leader of some kind of team of supervillains that revolve around a circus theme?
Oh, poor little Karl Malus. It's time you learned how this corner of the MCU works. We have forced ourselves to be more realistic than the rest of the MCU.
Why, man?
Well, this corner of the MCU has tried to be more outlandish, but it has backfired in our face.
What, you mean the dragon skeletons and the defenders? You only scratched the surface of potential. You should have kept going and not stopped right there.
Oh, what? You want us to learn from our mistakes? No can do. We have to keep being realistic. We just have to. Which is why I am not allowed to be an actual ringmaster of a circus full of supervillains. Even if I was, that is really outdated. Haven't you heard the news? All of the famous circuses are closing down. The circus is a thing of the past.
But it still has a place in pop culture. I mean, come on. One of the best movies of last year was The Greatest Showman, man.
Well, if you're just looking at the audience response, then yeah, sure, why not? But that is not enough of a reason to make me an actual ringmaster, which is why I have to instead be a hypnotherapist.
Come on. The answer should have been to just have you be in one of those period pieces. Yeah, we've done a 1940s period piece, and we're about to do a 1990s period piece. So you could have easily just shown up in one of those, just one that took place in the past. We didn't need to change your whole career. What precedent are we setting here? Are we just gonna ground every supervillain now? If the Taskmaster shows up, is he just gonna be some dude in a skull t-shirt who's gonna be all like, oh, I'm really good at tasks, or if Armadillo shows up, is he just gonna be an actual armadillo that got killed on the side of the road? Or how about Galactus? When the rights for Galactus finally are in our grasp, are we just gonna make him some guy with gigantism and is really hungry all the time? But instead of eating the Earth, he just eats little cupcakes that look like the Earth? You gotta be shitting me, man.
Well, look at you. Not counting your blessings.
What do you mean, blessings?
You should be so lucky. At least you actually get to fulfill your purpose in life.
What? You mean being a scientist? Yeah, that's not really hard to achieve in the more realistic corner of the MCU.
Oh, but according to your philosophy, you should have been much more than just a scientist. You should have achieved your destiny of becoming the second incarnation of Carnage.
I'm not too pissed that I never became Carnage. That was only a recent event in my life, man. That's not what defines me as a supervillain. What defines me is that I create experiments. I'm the doctor responsible for all kinds of supervillains in Earth 616, man. I'm not like Cletus Cassidy, who's only known for becoming Carnage. There's so much more to me, man.
Such is your obsession with rock and roll t-shirts?
Yeah, just like that. You gotta make me different from all the other mad scientists. I've gotta stand out. I've gotta have character traits. And that's why I'm a fan of rock and roll, man.
Not to mention your preferred foot attire.
Yeah, sneakers all the way. Every other scientist just has loafers or like really fancy shoes, but not me.
So that means you are appreciative that you are not like your Earth 616 counterpart.
Exactly. Especially since I actually get to walk and I'm not crippled. That would have really been a downer, man. I've already got a tragic enough life as it is, having to see my wife die. I don't need my ability to walk to be taken away, man.
See? That's why change is a good thing. It should be embraced, not looked down upon.
Yeah, but that was a change for the better. It made me a more well-rounded character, man. But it did the exact opposite to you, man. It turned you into just a tiny cameo that most people are probably not even gonna notice. They're not even gonna realize that you're the Ringmaster.
I do admit some changes do seem to be very pointless and unnecessary, but one change that you should probably be very appreciative is the change regarding your wife.
Yeah, I know. If it wasn't for a huge change, I would have never met my wife.
Yes, if Elisa Jones stayed exactly the same way she once was in the Earth 616, she would already be dead, and you would never have met her.
Yeah, back when Jessica Jones had her origin story. She would have been just like her dad and her little brother. A pile of ash. That kind of reminds me about this other part of the MCU. You know, the part that actually matters the most.
Oh yes, it's very funny, quite hilarious. But no, we have to stay on topic.
Yeah, I know I should be appreciative. She didn't die in that car accident. Her face just got mutilated to the point where she had to be played by a different actress. And she got the same superpowers that Jessica Jones has, except amplified beyond a huge magnitude.
Yes, we did exactly the opposite of what most other superhero shows and movies do, in which they have a villain that mirrors the hero in every way, and then they have a more creative villain next time around. But here, we start with the more creative villain, and then we demote to the lazy doppelganger storyline.
Yeah, but how many superheroes can you name that have evil parents?
Well, there's the Hulk, and Shang-Chi, and the Runaways, and Blade, and...
Okay, I get your point. That's also an overused trope. I get it. But was there really any other way of getting a really good big bad of this season?
Well, I mean, you could have stepped up to the plate.
What? Me? A big bad of a whole season? No, that's not my style, man. I'm more of a supporting villain, man.
Yes, you did work for other supervillains. It's just too bad that we can't do anything else with you.
What, really? I'm not gonna work for Power Broker and help him create a whole bunch of supervillains like Armadillo or Songbird? Man!
I'm afraid not. You won't be able to create any of them.
Why not? Man, I'm still alive.
Are you? Are you, though? Are you really alive, though?
Oh no, it's more of your hypnotism, man. It's getting into my brain. You're trying to make me think I'm dead, man.
Yes, the psychotherapy is working. You are so concerned about whether or not you are dead that you are no longer sad about your beloved wife dying.
Yeah, until you brought it up, man. Although, now that I think of it, I should be dead, man. My wife should have been the one to live, and I should have been the one to die, man.
Why do you put your wife above everyone else? And you call yourself a doctor. Only the perviest of doctors would actually fall in love with their patient. I mean, come on. That is so unprofessional. #MeToo.
Hey. That only applies if there was no consent. And I assure you, there was a whole lot of consent. A whole lot. Man.
If you ask me, it wasn't worth bringing her back to life, just so that she could be the unexpected villain of the season that no one saw coming because no one wanted it. It should have been someone actually worthy of being the main villain, whether it be you or this poor bloke.
What are you talking about? Like, what the hell? What's that big thing over there washing up shore?
That, my friend, is the corpse of Will Sampson, a.k.a. Nuke.
Oh, man, I forgot about him.
Yes, he never got to express his patriotism the way he thought he would. Now no one will ever see his American flag face tattoo.
Yeah, that was my wife's doing, wasn't it? She's the one who snapped his neck.
Yes, she took the opportunity away from a whole lot of cool characters who are a hell of a lot cooler than her. She killed the Wizard, she killed Nuke, and if her reign of terror had continued, who knows how many cool superheroes and supervillains she would have swiped out of existence, just so that she could take all the screen time.
Yeah, I'm beginning to realize maybe she isn't as great as I thought. Especially when you compare her to the main villain of the previous season, man.
Yes, with Luke Cage and Iron Fist, their villains were very underwhelming. But it at least means that they have yet to reach their full potential of fantastic supervillains. But here, on the other hand, the best supervillain that Jessica Jones could ever possibly have is already dead. And whoever comes next will always pale in comparison.
Maybe that means we shouldn't try so hard to be as good as the Purple Man.
Yes, because if we try to top the Purple Man, it's only going to make it more obvious that it isn't the Purple Man. So the only thing we can do is just be different.
Well, I mean, Elisa Jones was different. It just wasn't a good type of different.
Maybe what I should mean is creative. Yes, creative. Very creative.
You know what, Tiboldt? You inspired me. I am gonna be a big bad of Season 3.
How can you do that if you're as dead as this patriotic corpse?
Not this again. I got over the death of my wife. You don't have to keep going. Your therapy worked, okay? If I was dead, then how am I talking to you right now?
Well, that's simple. You are a figment of my imagination.
Oh, no! Are we seriously doing this twist ending again?
Yes, sir. I've been imagining you this whole time. And this whole therapy session was not for you, it was for me.
Well, if you're not bullshitting me, then who's your therapist?
Why, it's myself, of course. The only person I trust to meddle with my mind is myself. And I'm finally making a breakthrough.
Wait, so what was the whole point of this whole conversation then? If it's just you?
Well, you see, when the real Karl Malus killed himself in a glorious explosion, I must have seen you on the news during a time when I was very depressed and very self-hating. So I must have used those memories to create an imaginary friend to get me to stop self-doubting and to love myself for who I am. I can do it. After all, Jessica Jones admitted that my psychotherapy got to her. It really worked. So who knows? Maybe I will be the main villain of Season 3, while you will continue to be dead.
Man, I've got all of this glorious rock music I still need to listen to. I wouldn't just kill myself that easily. Why the hell would I do that?
Well, you see, you realized that all of your abominations that you've created was not worth it. You had to go and kill yourself so that no more superpowered beings could be created.
But isn't that exactly what this show needs? More superpowered characters?
Oh, I'm afraid that would be too interesting. We have to keep it all realistic.
Ugh. Well then, maybe I should be glad that I'm dead. I don't want to live in that dull existence. I'd rather go up the stairway to heaven. Although now that I think of it, I'm probably going down the highway to hell.
Well, wherever you're going to, one place you'll definitely not be is my brain. Off with you, hallucination! Off with you! Go away! Go away! Yes, my self-therapy has worked. I am cured. I knew I could do it because I am the Ringmaster. So, what should I do now that I am completely cured of my hallucinations?
Hey, I know what you could do. You could help me with a few errands.
Oh, what do we have here? A fellow top hat wearer, I see.
Yeah, top hats for life.
So, what kind of errands are we talking about?
Well, I was thinking about solving a mystery and then rewriting history.
Ooh, say no more.